this back to early 2020, sort of April, May. When was the last dance? It was about April.
About April.
Yep.
Yeah, around that mark.
Okay, so great show, or great documentary. Loved it. But there was one thing that came out of it that was really getting under my skin. And that was like every second person suddenly was buying Jordans.
Yeah.
Shoes.
Yep.
Without knowing the history behind them.
I wonder what the sales numbers would have been like pre-Last Dance, post-Last Dance.
Oh,
would have skyrocketed.
Well, yeah, obviously they were a big selling shoe before that, but suddenly, like, to me, it was like, all right, if you're going to buy Jordans, to unlock the ability to wear Jordans, you have to, so to pass the level, you have to, like, watch some history.
Mm-hmm.
Know the true origin, like, know what's the history behind them.
How it all started.
Exactly. Yeah. Then you have the ability to purchase.
Mm-hmm.
Not just like, oh, let's go and buy some pink, green, and white Jordans, which are actually disgusting.
Oh, you're literally describing my sister right now. She's very...
But there's a few people I've seen that have done this. To me, like, okay, I'm very big on like the red, white, and black ones, the OG ones.
The classics.
Yeah, buy them. Wear them.
Yeah.
Who cares if they look stupid?
Or the 11s. 11s are really nice.
Yeah. But
Got a pair of those.
There's some interesting colorways, which fair enough, they sell. But,
oh, yeah. Don't you reckon there's a, like, Americans, they just wear them with everything. Yeah. And they look cool. You wear those shoes like how they wear them here.
Nah.
And you are public enemy number one.
Yeah. Fair though. I rate that.
Yeah.
No, because I'm like, there's a time and a place for those sorts of shoes.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a certain sort of, you've got to set the whole outfit up. You can't be sort of going, let's just bang the Jordans on with some, kit that doesn't go with it at all.
With skinny jeans or something.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not it, bro.
Nah.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
It's like anything. When Straight Outta Compton came out, there's probably heaps of people going out and buying like all the gear they were wearing, trying to, listen to that music all of a sudden. It's like, you're just doing it because you watched a movie. Same with Queen, the Bohemian Rhapsody movie. Yeah,
that's true.
Elton John movie, all the above.
Well, on the topic of shoes, another one that's always got me, like, I'm a massive LeBron James fan. Like, he's always been my favorite player, like, deep down. But I've always sort of thought, like, the LeBron shoes, they're like bricks.
They're not good. Not good.
They're brick feet. They look like brick feet.
Yeah, they do. And they feel like that too.
I know, they're heavy as. So, yeah.
Kobe's are the best.
Yeah.
I've ever had, for sure.
Yeah, I like, Kobe's are decent. I never got around them, like, only because I wanted something with more ankle support, like when I was younger. So I could have, chucked on the ankle braces and all that. But the LeBrons, they're like, for someone that is, arguably the best player of all time, surely they could look a bit better.
Look a bit better and, not be as heavy.
Yeah, they're heavy and bulky.
I'm amazed he is so... Obviously, the shoes don't really impact him.
No, but I think but his shoes are probably different to what's on the
probably.
Wall.
Ned had a pair of them, and he stopped wearing them. He said, they're just too heavy. Yeah. I'm, like, being weighed down by their shoes.
And I'll be honest with you, like, when people sort of, like, that are of a normal size, playing basketball domestically or in rep basketball or whatever, they look so big. Yeah, it's like, nah. Like, this just...
And I don't know about you. No, you don't mind the high tops. I'm not a huge fan of... high top basketball shoes anymore. I had one pair of like Adidas D Roses that were, I like them, but I'm more of a low shoe fan. Just in general, I reckon as well. Like I'm just a low top all the time. I reckon.
I'm fine with both. With basketball, I've always had the higher top. Like I've had the Steph Currys for like 4 years now. But
I don't mind the Under Armour. Yeah. I've tried a pair of Under Armours on before. I like them.
Well, I was strictly Nike before that. Like I was Hyper Dunks and Hyper Fuse and all those Hyper whatever. And then switched over to Under Armour just when Curry had sort of started to hit his straps. Sort of was like sort of late 2015, I think, or late 2014. Switched over. And they've been great. So
what do you think of the Puma? I'm around the Puma lately. Yeah, Willa's got a couple pairs of them. They seem light. Look good.
Do you mean the shoe, like the footy boots?
No, the basketball shoes they've got.
Yeah, okay. I think they need more time. They're
only starting, but
so give them more
I'm
time.
liking what they're doing. Yeah, so far.
Yeah, I've definitely they're a great brand, so I'm sure that it'll come good. But yeah, they need a bit more practice,
a bit more time.
Yeah. All right. Well, staying on the topic of sport, we'll go back to AFL. Now, you jump onto certain radio stations and you hear just people speaking about the state of the game. Of how it's always bad.
Don't
and it's
even
never
get me
great.
fucking started on this
and
topic.
in my opinion, just leave it alone.
It's fine.
Just enjoy the footy.
It's fine.
And
you
get
go
in the
back
car
and watch a 1980s footy game.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah.
Don't even try and change it. Sucks. It's just not as good.
Well,
I won't hear it. It's
the thing
not
is
as good.
as I said, you jump in the car and they're talking about the state of the game. You turn the TV on, state of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, say if you're watching Fox Footy or something.
Yep.
And great shows and great radio stations, but it's
gets clicks,
can we
gets listens.
just be positive about the game?
Yeah. Any chance?
Like,
Kane,
we love
Collins,
our
it's all
footy.
good, bud. We can be happy about stuff. That's all right. It's positive stuff can get clicks too.
That's true. But
I think.
I mean, I'm just someone that's I've been very big on in the past to just leave the game alone. Stop trying to tinker it, especially with the AFL. We're always changing the rules. Just keep it the same. You're always going to have 80,000 piling into the G. You're always going to have 100,000 on grand final day.
Yep. So
leave it.
They all say, back in the 90s, it was 130, 140. I'm like, yeah, go back though and have a look at the skill and the general gameplay. It's terrible.
Yeah, well,
there's a reason they're scoring so much is because no one can defend.
Yeah, it's just kick it long.
And it's just kick it long and there's big full forwards and that's it. There's one-on-one defenders everywhere, one-on-one contests. So, of course, the big full forwards are kicking big scores because there's no one on them.
Yeah, exactly.
Now we've got, zone defenses, help defenders, third men over the top, and it's just better footy because they're all a lot smarter. Same in basketball. Go watch a 1980s basketball game. It's not as good as today's game.
No, that's true.
Everyone's better. The whole thing's better.
Yep.
100%. So KB I love KB, Tiger legend, but when he comes out saying how good it was back in the day, no, mate.
Yeah, well, he's he's got every right to have an opinion.
Mm-hmm. Well, he does.
He's very...
I disagree with it.
Yeah, no, that's fair. He's very big on the past.
Mm-hmm. Now, I'll bring you one back. So going back to the shoes real quick. When you're at the gym and old mate walks in with an NBA jersey on and it's it's so fake that you're like, why?
Yep.
Just don't bother. You're clearly not that much of an NBA fan if you're just rocking such a fake jersey. It's just so obviously fake. The numbers are all wonky. There's letters on the back peeling off.
Yeah.
It's fake. It's not very good.
Yeah.
I'm not about that. You're obviously not a fan.
Yeah,
get a real jersey, or at least get on a site that
get a good fake.
Gets a good fake.
Yeah.
Make it respectable.
Yeah.
There's nothing more annoying. Walks in and he's got a Chris Stapps New York jersey that is just so fake, and you're like, and it's old.
Yeah. No, they're definitely around. I know, especially when I was in Europe, there was a lot of in Athens fake Giannis jerseys.
Oh yeah, big time.
Go around, you're sort of thinking well, this is the home country, so surely we can get some real ones. There were real ones, but some good fakes even. A lot of the fakes, you looked at them and you went, nah, I don't know why you'd even pay $10 for that.
Yeah.
It just looks so fake.
Actually, I don't even mind wearing a jersey of someone that has left. So a Jimmy Butler Chicago jersey or something. I've got a D Rose. I picked up a D Rose Chicago jersey the other day. I'm still around those, but yeah, it's almost better to wait till then because then they're all on sale.
Yeah,
then you can get the real one for real cheap.
No, that's true.
Don't bother getting the fake LeBron jersey for the Lakers. That's just so fake.
Yeah, it's
hard to look at.
No, fair call. Well, on the topic of gyms,
okay. I could go all day about gyms.
I know,
there's some serious stuff that needs to be fixed in gyms.
They just want to sort of rob you of your cash.
They do.
They've just sort of got their hands in your pockets and sort of just pulling out your coins one by one.
Yeah,
they always find a way to try and go, no, you due for this payment, or you upgrade to this, or do this, sign up, get this. It's just stop trying to steal my money.
Yeah.
Just let me come to the gym and
All right, so I'll give you my story about. So I'm trying to leave Anytime Fitness.
Yeah,
I'll shout it out.
Okay, here we go.
Anytime Fitness, right? Want to go elsewhere.
Yeah.
And so I ring up and say, yeah, I'm going to quit. And they're like, yeah, no worries. Just chuck us an email saying you're going to quit and then it'll all be good. I was like, yeah, cool, no worries. So paid my last payment, sent the email. I'll get one back. Just thought it was a generic one, you know. It was all good. Then all of a sudden I've been charged another month and I'm like, hang on, I'm ending this soon.
Yep.
I paid my last month. What's going on? So I bring him up and he goes, no, you needed to fill out the cancellation form that we emailed you. I said, you didn't mention that in the original phone call. You just chucked that deep in the email that I'm not going to read because I thought it was a generic one on the way back.
Yep.
And charge me more money. I said, no, I've already paid my last month. I shouldn't have to pay anything more. He goes, oh, we can refund this much and then you'll get to go until this date. I'm like,
yep.
Well, I'll at least get something back. But I'm like, I thought I cancelled. You said I'd cancelled it. You said if I email you, it's done.
Yeah, yep.
Whereas no one told me that there was a cancellation form that needed to be filled out on the original call.
Yeah, I feel
maybe my fault for not proofreading the email enough, but it's hidden way deep down in the email. I just would like some notice. I feel what's with the cancellation form? Just cancel me, man. I'd said it. Just do it. And then the worst part was that he ended up just doing it for me. I was like, all right, I'll get home and I'll do the form if you like. He's like, no, I'll just do it here for you. I was like, just do that from the start. What's with this cancellation form? What does that do? Just click a button, fucking cancel. End debit.
I feel like with gyms, there's a lot of contract sort of stuff. It's like, it's almost like you need an agent for the gym. You almost need like a manager.
Yep.
Just send it to my manager. He'll fill it out. We're cancelling the contract. We're signing with a new side.
I've decided I'm never going to a gym again with a locking contract.
Yeah, no, you'd be silly to do that. Though.
No. Yeah. It's just, it shouldn't be a thing. So I'm at Snap now. Very happy, by the way. Free agent signed. Cheaper deal. Pay less. Okay,
so you're on a 10-day contract that you just renew? Is that sort of like you're not locked in, obviously? So.
Yeah, so it's like she just said, if I want to cancel it, it's 30 days notice. I was like, that's fine. Pay that last payment. All good.
Yeah.
Then you can just go. No, nothing else.
Yeah, right.
No locking contract. Don't have to pay the rest of your contract out and all that shit.
Just so you'd be done. Okay. So you're pretty happy in that locker room.
Very happy. Very happy.
Camaraderie.
Pretty,
yeah, right.
Pretty low key gym. Not always heaps of people there.
Yeah.
Not packed, so we love that.
Yeah. No, that's a fair call.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I'll swing us back to.
Wait. Sorry, are you gonna move from the gym?
Yeah.
I'll take us back to the gym real quick.
Okay.
Re-rack your weights in order.
I feel like you've said this.
I have said this before, but it's pissing me off.
You get really fired up.
Really fired up because it'll go like 10s, 12 and a halves, 10s, 17 and a halves, 15s, 12 and a halves. Yeah. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Put them back in order. Go 10s, 12s and a halves. There's 2 sets of those.
Yeah, yep.
A couple of sets of 15s, 17 and a halves, 20s, blah, blah, blah. They're all just everywhere. Yeah. I'm like, well, I just re-racked them one day. Yeah, I just did the whole thing, was like, had to get the old wipe down to wipe them all down that I touched because of COVID and whatever. I was like, worth it. Got to re-rack them all.
Yep.
And then the last one.
Just really going bang here on the gyms, aren't you?
Blokes that walk in.
I reckon I know.
And they've got those singlets on.
Here we go.
That are so that you put them on and they're like really skinny down the middle of their back.
The tank top.
The muscle tank top.
It's a tank top, yeah.
Yeah, nah. That's not it, bud.
Yeah, and how
take them off.
And how do they walk?
And then the invisible lat syndrome, they're walking out like this, as if they've got buckets under their arms. You're not that big, mate. So that's the worst part. The blokes that wear them aren't actually that big. Yeah. And then the real big blokes that are walking in there have got like T-shirts on, respectable gym wear. Just get in, get their work done, not showing off for anyone. And they come in with their short shorts with the tank top. Yeah. It's like, you're not all there, bud. You're not there as much as you think you are.
Yeah, and then do they go straight to the mirror and start pumping like 50-kilo dumbbells out?
Yeah, that's the worst part. They get on and start doing their sets. It's not even like any significant weight or anything because they're actually not in that good a shape, but they feel like they want to get their fat on anything.
But they also make sure they've got that front spot in front of the mirror.
Yeah.
And they just the bicep
every exercise
is in front of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
which is okay because you want to do some form stuff. You want to look at your form, but how much form do you need on bicep curls?
Well, exactly. And then after that, I'll sort of do a bit of a tricep tense.
Yeah.
Look to the side.
Get the photo, maybe just a little Instagram story.
Yeah, there'd be a little sort of what would you say? Mirror selfie gets going.
And blokes that stare at you.
Yeah.
Stop staring at me, mate.
Yeah. Just
what are you looking at?
Yep.
I can do your workout. Get out. That's what I'm doing.
But if you lock eyes with one of them, though, you think you're going to get clocked.
Sometimes. Yeah, you're like, is there an issue now?
Yeah.
Just leave me alone.
Yep.
Yeah, that's my rant on gyms.
Yep. No, that's all fair calls. All right. Well, yeah. As I was saying, back to basketball. You know, when you go to a park, there's nothing better than having a net on the ring.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So there's a certain park I go to, and I feel like there's a few parks I've been to where this has happened. Mm-hmm. People take the nets off.
Yeah, what is with that?
Why?
It's so much worse without a net.
Exactly.
Like so much worse.
Yeah, exactly. So, but what I don't get is why are you taking a net? If you want to get a net for your ring, it's going to cost you what, $5?
If that.
$10?
Get a chain one for 10 if you like.
Exactly. Chain are the best, but they always manage to get taken off. Yeah. And it's like, why? You pull up to the place, it's gone. Next thing you know, the ring's gone because someone's pulled that off. Like, come on. It's a worse experience without a net. Oh, it sucks because if you swish in threes like Melrose does, the ball takes off.
It does. You
want the net because it catches it.
Getting it in is a negative.
Yeah.
It hurts you in the end.
Exactly. It's like you almost don't want to get it in because you want to keep.
What about, so you rock up to a court and I'm fine to share the court with people. That's fine.
Yeah.
Like I don't need the court to myself. But if you're going to be rocking up and putting up shit and not doing good stuff with the ball, go to the local primary school with the bumpy court and the shitty ring. Get over there. Don't come to the good outdoor court where there's a few of us trying to put up some decent stuff. We're not anything special, but we can put up some decent shots.
Stuff.
Don't come in here with your bloody left-handed Derek Fisher above the head, bloody putting that, rain dance off the backboard. And your ball's constantly in my way because you're missing it by that much that it's hitting to my side of the court.
And you're always spending your time sort of just passing him his
ball back. And then court etiquette. So I'm just like, you just shoot it whenever. I'll shoot my ball whenever. We don't need to take in turns. Then the blokes that they stand. I've shot a couple in a row. I'll just get the ball and just shoot it again. I'm just like doing my stuff quick, shoot it. Yeah. And he waits. I'll shoot 2 or 3 in a row. Then I'm like, I have to wait for you apparently. Well, I wait for him, and then he's still waiting, and then he'll finally put one up.
Yeah, yep.
I'm like, just shoot it when I'm shooting. I don't care if the ball comes near me. Just shoot it.
Yeah. So I'm big on willing to wait if I get to a court and someone's already shooting.
Yeah, I'll wait.
I'm happy to wait if it's not a big court. There's not a lot of space. But if I roll in and there's someone that's, as you say, doing the sort of 1997 like Derek Fisher sort of behind the head
trash.
Yeah, I sort of go, well. Can you just get off? Like, go, as you say, go to the local primary school with a bumpy court.
Yeah,
come on. Like, can we just if you can't do it, buy yourself a ring,
get
learn, and then come to the park.
Yeah, lockdown was the worst for it because obviously that was like people's exercise. You could go and shoot the basketball or whatever. And one day I rock up and there's these two friends there just shooting, but they're not basketballs. They're just gone to Kmart, got a ball, and they're just fucking around.
Shooting,
And they're just playing this shooting game, and in the way, then there's other guy who he sucks too. And then there's these people in front of me, and I'm like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Might as well go home.
Well, I didn't really bother. There's a period there in lockdown where I didn't shoot at all for ages, just because of all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But
courts are packed.
Yeah, they are. All right, we'll move back on to AFL.
Mm-hmm.
Got one more AFL one. Now, I did speak to you about this, not on the podcast, but just over text, I think.
Yeah.
Now, the carry on when a team has found their way into the top 8 in about round 7 or 8, and it's like, oh, it's the first time they're in the 8 in 10 years. And you go, well, sorry, what? We have 15 weeks left. Round 7. Well, we'll see where they'll be at the end of the year. My prime example is Carlton.
I was going to say, this is a direct dig at the media.
Straight at the Blues.
Carlton.
Well, because they made their way into the 8. And I'm going, they're not staying there. And funnily enough, they don't make the 8. But I've seen it in the past with other teams as well. But in 2020, it was the Blues.
Yeah.
And no fault of Carlton.
I was going to say, the problem is, it's like a giddy conversation last week. Yep. It's not his fault, but the media just
pump
it. And they just don't shut up about it.
Well, I'm all for sort of Carlton fans getting, up and about. Their team's finally winning some games. They're into the 8. They're playing well. Hats off to the Blues. They're on the way up, it seems. But, yeah, gee whiz. The carry on. And their supporters were just as bad. They'd win a game. The story is just of the TV and it's Carlton winning again. It's like, Great. Up the baggers. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Blues in the 8 first time, since whatever. Haven't been in the 8 since I was 3 years old. And you're like, well, okay, but it's round 7 or round 8 or whenever it was.
Yeah,
it's like
chill.
mid-year. And it's just like, just stop.
And
stop.
And they're 8th.
Yes. And the next week, they're out because they've lost by 10 goals.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if it's just me because I'm a Swans fan. So, for the most part of my life, Sydney have been in the 8. Obviously, we're down the bottom now, but I've seen that sort of thing. And so, if a team just scrapes into the 8 in round 7 or 8, it's like this has got no significance.
Yeah, correct.
And obviously, they end up missing the finals. So, all the carry-on was for nothing. Who cares if you're in the 8 in round 7 or 8?
I agree.
And you always hear AFL teams talking about this, coaches, players, whatever. Oh, the ladder's insignificant in round 7 or 8. It's not insignificant, but there's still a long way to go.
Exactly.
So the carry on, I'm not a fan.
I'm not a fan of it either. I'm around you.
And I reckon Richmond would have been the same though, because this is why I don't like Richmond. Is they'd win a few games.
You don't like. No, there's some fans.
No. Because it's not every Richmond fan, but it was just a similar thing. The carry on when you've won, round 11 against Fremantle at the MCG. It's not a big feat. They've come 4 hours across the bloody Nullarbor and rolled into the G.
I reckon I've said this to you a million times, but Richmond fans, we had a dark 30 years there. So any win we could get was Christmas.
Yeah, I know, but and that's what made me dislike them, is just the carry on, because they'd win a game and you wouldn't hear the end of it. It's like, sorry, this is round 5. You've just beaten, bloody Port Adelaide at the G, and they're effectively the bye at the moment. Because there was a period there where Port Adelaide was the bye.
They were the bye.
That meme. But, yeah.
So then when we won the flag, we nearly burnt down Swan Street.
Yes, and we all flocked there to sort of see what the
Richmond
supporters would do. But no, for me, I was... this was sort of... There was a good 15 years there where Richmond just... obviously there was 30 years, but where they didn't win a final, was it?
We won one final in 01.
Okay. And besides that, there was nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, nothing. One. Yeah, no, 1-1. 1-1. Lost the prelim that year.
Yeah. Well, no, it's good for footy. That
it was 95, and then it was nothing until 01, and then from 01 to 2013. Yeah. But then we lost.
You lost every year.
We were making them, but we were losing the final.
Yeah, no, it's good for footy that Richmond's turned it around. It's respectable now, obviously, when you celebrate your flags, obviously, and your finals wins. But
real quick, dimmer.
Yeah, we won't touch on that now.
That's a dirty dimmer, eh?
That's a story for another day.
Yeah. Piners, that's the end of part 2. Part 3 isn't far away. Melrose has really gotten going in that last sort of half an hour, 25 minutes, and he's excited for part 3.
We've got a few more left. So if you've managed to get through both part 1 and part 2, or you've just seen part 2, part 3 is raring to go, but we've just got to sort of cool down, simmer a bit.
The big finish.
Otherwise, things could be launched. So
we've got some expensive equipment around here.
Yes, there's some expensive equipment, so we've just sort of got to pipe down a bit and sort of get ourselves right for part 3.
Looking forward to it.